Patrolling Southeast Asia's largest lake, officers of Cambodia's Fishery Administration police the waters of Tonle Sap every day, their mission to stamp out illegal fishing. It's not long before they find a large trap set in the off-season and using nets so fine that they snare juvenile as well as adult fish. A moment of success, but with 300 officers trying to control more than 1 million fishermen, it's a tough task.
When people see our officers leave port, they use mobile phones to warn the illegal fishermen and they move away. That's why we couldn't see them today.
Tonle Sap is known as Cambodia's beating heart. It swells to 16,000 square kilometers, 6 times its normal area during the rainy season, before shrinking again between November and May. Its fish don't just end up in local markets like this one. They're sold throughout the country, providing an estimated 60% of the protein in the national diet. The government says the total annual catch from the lake, much of it netted by big commercial outfits, is holding steady at about 235,000 tons. But locals tell a different story: smaller fish and fewer of them.
Our income a few years ago was $100 a day. Now it's maybe a little more than 25.
The lake is dotted with floating villages. Entire families reliant on subsistence fishing spend 3 months a year in these rickety structures.
We're catching less than we did even 2 or 3 years ago. The problem is overfishing. There are too many people trying to catch fish.
Local fishery organizations are worried that the stocks could disappear entirely in 5 years' time unless the rules are enforced.
If the Fishery Administration cannot make people obey the law, the future of Tonle Sap will be very bad. There will be no more fish for the young generation.
But it's not just overfishing. There are several factors conspiring to reduce the number of fish in this lake, and that's not just a problem for these fishermen. It's a problem for Cambodia as a whole. That's why the government has this year stepped in, ordering, for one, the destruction of illegal reservoirs on the floodplain. Built by farmers to increase rice yields, they lower the water levels in the lake and hamper the natural movement of fish. The floodplain has also been hit by deforestation, depriving many of the fish of their rainy season spawning grounds. But even as the government confronts these localized threats, it's considering building a huge hydroelectric dam on the Mekong River in eastern Cambodia, which some experts say could kill off 70% of Tonle Sap's fish species by preventing their annual migration.
This is a unique characteristic of this fishery in Cambodia. So if we build across this migration channel, there will be a big impact to fishery.
Human activity has already hampered the natural rhythms of Cambodia's beating heart. The question is, can the damage be repaired? Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Tonle Sap, Cambodia.